You know, I was gonna do a review with gameplay on this, and I thought, got to work, realized, hey, I forgot to do Spider-Man review video. So I figured I'd give you guys one of Gotti's patented bootleg reviews. Coming live and direct. Spider-Man PS4, guys. One of the first things that I remember seeing as soon as the game and reviews started dropping, people started seeing screenshots, was the downgrades. Downgrades, downgrades, downgrades. The game's been downgraded. It looks terrible. It's full of glitches. Blah, bitty, blah, blah, blah. We heard everything from the radical fan base. Now, that being said, played the game, reached level 50, if that tells you how many hours I put into the game, and I experienced one bug. The entire playthrough. I experienced a bug where I was glitching out with the web slinging. I would swing my web, it would come out, sling my web, you jackass. Sling my web, it would come out maybe a foot, and then it would come back. So I had to end up reloading the checkpoint, all that kind of thing. I hate people, CNN. Had to reload the checkpoint, all that kind of thing. That was it. That was the only glitch I had. I didn't disappear under any floors, any ground. I didn't, the game didn't freeze up and I lost all my progress. None of that. Absolutely none of that. So as far as the game breaking bugs, I can't speak on those. I'm not saying that maybe they aren't there, or they are there, I don't know. But I didn't experience them. So, and then as far as the downgrades, let me just tell you guys something. Let me just tell you. As a PC gamer, I understand why certain things may be taken out, certain assets may be drummed down in games. And I can tell you now that the puddles that you've seen removed from the E3 demo were probably taken out for performance. To get the performance solid and stable. Which to me, who gives a shit? Good move. Great move. So I'm not mad about that, but I know why certain things were drummed down. Now on the same token, the game looks amazing. Most of the time. There are some times where you see some buildings and they look very, very bland. They look like they don't fit in, almost copy and paste. But for the most part, to me, the game looks stunning. The HD implementation on this game is second to none. It is perfect. It's not overpowering. It's not too bright. It looks amazing. It looks awesome. The animations when you're kicking ass, they look awesome. Everything flows together very well in the visual department with the game, no doubt about it. When you're traversing through the city and you've got your suit and your upgrades, you're all powered up and you're just blistering through the city doing flips and shit, and you got the controls down, it is an amazing visual spectacle for sure. The combat surpassed Arkham, in my opinion. Although it does have me wanting to reinstall Arkham Knight on my PC and play through that, the combat, to me, is better than Arkham. It flows better, the moves are better. The only quirk that I have with the combat is the camera. Sometimes the camera gets a little wonky, and you're all over the place, and you even lose track of Spider-Man. But other than that, the combat, to me, is amazing. They nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. Insomniac did a hell of a job. Capturing the essence of Spider-Man kicking some ass. The story, I'm not even going to tell you what the story's about, but I can tell you now that I give the story probably a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good story. It's a great comic book style, Spider-Man obviously style story. That's all I can say. The plot twist towards the end, the plot twist that you figure out about midway through, all that stuff is very, very cliche of a comic book style video game, and they nailed it. They did great on that too. So the story to me is really good. Definitely enough to keep you engaged and wanting to play the game. The sound effects, listen, when you start swinging through the city and that Spider-Man music comes on like you would hear in the movies, it is awesome. It truly makes you feel like Spider-Man, no doubt about it. It's awesome. They did throw in a couple throwaway missions where you play, I forget the dude's name now, it's too early in the morning, but you play as him, you play as Mary Jane doing these little recon fetch quests, should I say. They don't last very long, so it's nothing bad. They're super easy, but they are annoying. I just want to be Spider-Man. So those, I wasn't a big fan of those. So, you know, aside from that, as far as the story and the characters, everything is pretty top-notch, man. The villains are on top of it, like I said. It's cliche of a superhero video game, and they nailed it. I'm wanting to say that it probably took me, I reached level 50, I unlocked everything pretty much, and I think I had close to 30 hours in the game, maybe even a little more. So definitely a lengthy game, definitely worth your $60. Finished it up yesterday, and I really didn't want it to end. I can't wait for the DLC, and I don't think that too often. Most of the time, when I beat a game, I'm done with it. Kind of like movies. It has to be a stellar movie before I can rewatch it over and over. But all in all, Spider-Man PS4, a glorious experience. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10, almost a 9, but I had to drum it back a little bit due to a couple of things that you guys will see, and I will tell you that it's in the story. That's why I gave the story a 7.5 out of 10. But an 8.5, and you could argue a 9 out of 10 on the game, no doubt. So I highly recommend it. You guys go out, scoop it up, and get your Spider-Man on. Just recently started Shadow of the Tomb Raider yesterday on PC, and oh my God, what a game. I was wishing I could call off work today to play that game, if that tells you anything. Visually, it is probably the best looking game I've ever seen in my life. I'm playing on my, I can't even talk, playing on my PC hooked to my 4K HDR TV, and that game in HDR maxed out at 1080p looks absolutely amazing. Yes, even on 1080p on my 4K HDR TV, it looks stellar. So anyway, that's my Spider-Man review. Go pick that shit up. Don't even think about it. Go pick it up. You're going to love it. I'm going to let you guys go. Gotti360. Chime off in the comments. I'm out.